Alright guys, welcome to the video. In today's video I'm actually going to be discussing a few things about the car, specifically all the modifications that I've purchased for the car, anything that I've basically done to the car as far as making it look different, making it my personal vehicle, making it look the way it looks. It's not too heavily modified, so the price of all these modifications that I'm about to list should not be that high. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into the video. I of course have my phone right here because I don't have everything memorized. So it looks like I've actually purchased everything for the most part from American Muscle. So right off the bat, I will say the first thing I did to this vehicle was March 12th, 2016. I spent about $40, so I spent $39.98 exactly on 3.7 liter badges behind me there on the side of the car. And also in a future video, I will be talking about some of these modifications. Would I do it again for anyone who just purchased the same car that I have? Should you purchase it? Do I regret any of this stuff? But that'll be in a future video, like I said. So I did spend about $40 right there on that product. Then May 21st of 2016, I spent about $105 on my first Brawl. And if you guys haven't seen that video, you basically know the first Brawl that I purchased on the vehicle actually scratched up the front end of my car. Was not happy about that at all, so I ended up purchasing another one, but I'll get to that item here later. So then I believe my next item was actually purchased August 2nd of 2016. So I was purchasing stuff left and right here within the year of 2016, and I actually was able to pick up a Borla S-type exhaust. A lot of people ask me a lot of questions about that. I'm actually going to have a couple of videos coming out about my exhaust, like I said, as well as the video talking about would I do it again. I absolutely love this exhaust. I'll tell you guys that now, but I go more in detail about that later on in my next video. Then October of 2016, yet again, still really modifying the car. I actually did my cold air intake, my Synthemax dry filter. It's under the hood right now. Can't show it to you guys right now, but I'll put in a clip there, that way you guys can see that. I spent about $370 on that. Like I said, definitely an item that I really want to talk about. Is it worth it? Would I do it again? My next item here was actually purchased in April, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay the camera down on top of the car because my arm is actually getting tired. That's the problem of running a DSLR. But basically, my next item that I purchased for the vehicle was a MMD rear diffuser on the back of the car. I honestly will suggest, if you buy one of these cars, obviously they don't come with premiums. If you don't want to spend all the money for the new bumper or the premium bumper, basically, because then once you buy the premium bumper, you're allowed to basically go with more diffusers that you can get. So this is basically really the only diffusers you can get. So I spent about $189 on that and 99 cents. I definitely think that was worth it, but like I said, I'll get more to that in other videos. Moving up the list here, July 16th, 2017. I actually ended up purchasing some lowering springs at the end of the summer. If you guys haven't seen that video, I do want to put all these videos in a link in the description in the order that I'm going through. If I did film them, some of them I didn't film, but most of them I did film. So I spent about $281.94. So basically what I got here with this was some lowering springs, the Voglin Sport springs that I have. Lowered the car about 1.5 inches all the way around. And then I also purchased some BMR camber adjustable bolt kits. They're just basically your camber bolts. I haven't put those on yet, believe it or not, because I haven't gotten my car lined, and I can talk about that in another video. It's not bad for my tires right now. It's not good, but it's not awful. But basically I spent about $281.94. The camber bolts were $31.95. The springs themselves were $250 basically. Everything that I'm saying has like 99 cents. You might as well just round up instead of the even number. Then let's see, it looks like November 17th of 2017, I purchased my GT350 style track pack rear spoiler. Definitely love that thing. That cost me about $414.99. I did get the version that was already painted, so I got it black. Some people like to match it with their car. Not really big fan of that. I looked at the prices for actually going to go to a shop. Some of you guys may have Mako like I do, right down the street from you. I personally did not see that that was going to be worth it, or did not think that it was going to be worth it. I just thought I'd go ahead and get it painted from the factory. That way if there's any defects or whatever, I can just send it back to American Muscle. But I did get that, so that was a nice little chunk of money. Then March 15th. So March 15th here. I did buy my BBK shorty headers. If you guys haven't seen that video, absolutely did change the sound of the car. Has a nice, very nice rumble to it now. It did sound good before with the S-Type axle back exhaust, but the BBK shorty headers, like I said, I'm going to make a whole exhaust video again because my first one that I made really wasn't that good, and I still get a ton of questions about my exhaust. But that costed me, now the price they have listed here, I believe is the price that it's currently on the website. So it says $319.99. Now I actually did work out a deal, and I was able to get these for about $250 brand new from American Muscle. That was just like a one-time thing for me. And at the same time, now I mentioned my previous bra for my vehicle. I ended up, after that one messed up my vehicle, that same time I bought my BBK shorty headers to go home to Charlotte. I actually purchased a new high flow in front mast, basically a new bra. It's a different material, won't scratch up the car, doesn't cover as much of the car as I would like. I talked about that in that video. Like I said, I'll put all these videos in the descriptions below. But definitely did think that was a good purchase. And then moving on up to let's see, I also purchased the BBK Shorter premium head gaskets. Those are about it looks like, I'm not sure what this is showing. It's showing $34. There it goes, $34.99. I am using those. Some people have said that they've melted away, like I said, coming in another video. And the last thing I purchased for the vehicle, and I actually did not set this in order, this actually got purchased right after I bought my 3.7 liter badges. I actually got my window tint right here. It's 35%. That's also something else I like to talk about, would I like to go darker on the tint. Should I have gone darker? I don't know. Like I said, I've talked about it in my videos, but it's coming in a later video. So basically guys, all that I just said right there, that's basically everything I've spent. Spent about $300 on the tint. I can't remember the exact price, but I want to say it was around $300, which is not a bad price. A lot of cars with 4 doors I spend about $600 depending on how big the windows are. So with this being a coupe, I think I got it done at Sunstoppers in Concord, North Carolina. So they did everything around. They did the front, they did not do the front windshield, but they did the side windows and the back windshield for about $300. So I believe all that comes up to, if I look at my phone right here, go ahead and give me a second to get the total, comes up to about $2,877.99. Now personally, I do not, off the top of my head, you know, I didn't even realize I spent that much money on the car. I'm not ashamed that I spent that much money in the car. A lot of people say don't pour your money into a V6. I personally don't regret any modifications that I've done to this car so far. Like I said, I'll go into that in the future video. But everything that I've done to this car, I feel like has been reasonable. I've saved my money for it. And honestly, you can easily, we all know people who spent way more than, you know, the number I just named on, whether they dumped it into a V6 or a V8 or whatever, easily. I personally, like I said, I'm not going to throw a bunch of money into a V6, but I do understand people who do want to, because some people might look at the money I've spent and said, oh, well, why didn't you just go ahead and buy a V8? And $2,877 in modifications is not going to be enough to buy me a GT. Once you add insurance and the car payment, those two things alone right there, forget the modifications, but once you add those two things alone right there, because some GT modifications are more expensive than the V6, but like I was saying, once you just add the car payment and the insurance, that's a totally different cost. So you know, hate if you want, hate it, say all this stuff. I would never pour that much money into a V6. I still enjoy my car. I'm not done with this car. I still have a ton of things that I would like to do to this car. But if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely go ahead, hit a like. Like I said, in my next video, I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to talk about. Do I feel like everything I did to this car was worth it? Some stuff I would like to go back and change, maybe save a little money here and there. But other than that, guys, I'll talk to you guys in another video.